Hi guys and girls, my name is Miller and welcome to new season cars, max tunes and shift pattern video. In this series I go over the most important cars for this season to show you all the performance and what they're capable of doing. In today's video I'll go over the milestone spec Shelby Super Snake, the prestige car Alpine A110 and the golden cup car the Hennessey Exorcist. For the Alpine I'll also give both the maxed out tune and the stage 5 tune and some tips on how to make your lives easier for supply cups. And these tips can also be used for various types of events. Timestamps for each car can be found in the description like usual. Before I start, I would like to thank Natural Motion for providing me the cars and the upgrades to make this video possible. And also I want to point out that I'm no pro tuner or shifter, which means that these times can all be improved and most likely will be improved. They're here as a purpose of just showing an initial benchmark and we'll see what happens with it. For existing cars, I try to get as close as possible to the current records. So to start off, the second Shelby in game, next to the AC Cobra, the Super Snake. This utter beauty is a beast of a car, with an astonishing 800 brake horsepower supercharged 5-litre V8. It's a car that must be amazing to drive on a track day on an empty track. The aggressive look of the 2018 model Mustang on top of that makes it one of my favorite cars in game, without a doubt. But no matter what, I'm not gonna complain about it, but I do hope there will be some other rims available by the end of the season. Now, performance wise, you can say I'm a tad disappointed. I expected to be on par at least with the Shelby GT500, but it's about a tenth and a half slower. On the other hand, 7.75 will suit a lot better in the 7.7 lobby over a 7.6 running in a 7.2 lobby. A good thing is that it runs slightly sub-dyno, so maybe you can use it even in 8.2 when it runs smoothly. Here's a max tune and my best run with it. Now the Alpine, the prince which can get close to the king in tier 2. The Alpine is a French, ultralight compact car driven by a 4-cylinder turbocharged 1.4-litre engine, producing 252 brake horsepower. That doesn't sound like much, but on a weight of just over 1000 kilos, it makes it a fun little car which must make some fun cup racing. And looks wise, the back is definitely growing on me. I think now it's even my favorite tier 2 car in terms of looks. As mentioned earlier, it is the second fastest tier 2 car, as it comes close to the 718 Boxster, which is for already 2 years the undisputed king. It gets close as my best run was an 8.529 compared to the Boxster running an 8.50. But it has to be said that the Boxster runs quite consistently 8.510 to 8.520, while the current fastest spotted time for the A110 sits at a 8.519. So it might challenge it, but I don't think it will beat it, and therefore Porsche still king, Alpine the prince. Here's the tune I used and my best run with it. Trick here is to hit that first shift as soon as you can and hit the NAS a little later than usual in 4th. Stage 5 time. For this one, it took some testing and tweaking as the max Evo tune isn't always the best one, so it can without a doubt be improved on stage 5. For this one, it was with full fusion parts, so keep that in mind. Shift pattern is kind of similar. Nitros in 4th seems to be a good choice. Here's a tune and my best run with it. I expect the Prestige Cup final time to be roughly around a 10.4 to 10.5 due to it being a new manufacturer. Now the supply cup tips on how to get fusion parts without wasting your gas. The following 2 tips that I commonly use myself can be used for any harder supply cups or any other cup or trial. The reason for that is that the time of the opponent is dependent on your dyno. Watch out, this does not count for Prestige Cup, Golden Cup, Evolution Cup or any other story mode, as those are fixed times which cannot be changed, maybe slightly depending on the opponent. This counts only for the trial and the supply cups. The first tip is the easiest one. If I feel like I'm struggling a little bit too much, I sometimes put the car back to stock or on Nitro Stage 3. This makes the opponent significantly slower and races slightly easier, but still close in some cases, with some opponents even beating you. The other trick, which is more convenient, is just adjusting your current tune to a new tune of which you can beat the dyno off. Opponents are based on a dyno, so if you can beat that dyno, it will make your life a lot easier. And how do we do that? I mostly try to find extremes on the final drive. Like I did here, I put it on 2.0. In general, I'm always in favor of only tampering with the final drive to try finding a dyno beating time. Mess around with it and have some fun. In case next season is the Celine S1 as a prestige car, supply cups might get hard again, so try running it stock or missing with the final drive. We'll see what happens. Basically also the same counts for component trials, where you were forced to run the Shelby or the Pontiac at some case, either go stock or mess with the final drive. Final but not least, the Hennessey Exorcist, the Camaro engineered by Hennessey to beat the Demon, to then have Hennessey making an even faster Demon. The car was a reward back on season 62, which was in mid-November of last year. With Hennessey being now the manufacturer with not many cars in game, fusion parts are kind of hard to obtain, so again it could become a rather hard Golden Cup, which will start on Friday according to the event countdown on the map. In case you do want a car and you don't have it yet, there will be a 20 times drop rate on the gold crates like usual, and there will be crates for parts for bronze keys, which can help you throughout the event. But if you're low on resources, I suggest saving up for future Evolution Cups, as reward car is a one-off and Hennessey will be in the crates forever anyways. In terms of performance, it is a low 7.9 car, but kind of a pain to drive, as it does have a needle drop if you don't hit it in a particular perfect start zone. If you are running time attack, I suggest to hit a good start or even a bit early. This is the max tune and my best run with it. Keep in mind the current record is set at a 7.906. That is it, all cars covered and done for this season. Glad to have time again to put these back together, as I kinda like grinding out multiple runs to find the best time. If you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to leave a like, it doesn't do much except boosting my ego. Subscribe for more CSR2 content. My name is Mille, see you around and keep racing. Thank you very much for watching.